Hi everyone, I'm Ronnie and welcome to my channel.
Over and over for my faith in others. Little did I know I could do it on my own.
So in the last video, we learned how to make a slip knot and how to make chain stitches. So in this video, I'll be teaching you how to make your very first crochet, the very first single crochet row. So we'll start at the chain stitch, slip knot, then chain stitch, then we'll move up to doing our 10 rows of single crochets. So this is the most basic stitch you can make in crochet. You can make bucket hats with this, you can make dresses with this, you can make halter tops with it, you can make anything with a single crochet. So if the video is too fast for you to follow, then you can just slow down the playback so you can see me do it step by step, but I'll try as much as possible to go slow for you guys and calm down while you make the stitches. Make sure it's not too tight. This is why I said in the last video, when you are making your chain stitches, to make it as loose as possible, so that when you are making your single crochets in it, it will be very easy to work with. So make sure you calm down, relax, and grab your hook and yarn, and let us get started. To start working, you will make a slip knot. I already showed how to make a slip knot in my former video, so please go check that out so you can understand better. After making a slip knot, insert your hook in the loop and hold your yarn in a way you are most comfortable with. Then start making your chain stitches. I've made a video on this too, so you can go and watch that video so you understand better. You understand what I'm doing better. So go ahead to make 10 chain stitches. This is what we'll be working with, 10 chain stitches. So I've made my 10 chains here and this is what they look like. Now to continue, we'll make another chain, making it 11 chains now, and we'll be working in those chain stitches we made earlier. So we'll skip the first chain you made. Now insert your hook in the second chain from your stitch, and then you yarn over and pull through that loop, and then you yarn over once again and pull through both loops, and that is how you make your single crochet. Now let's do that once more. Hold the loop with your thumb, insert the hook in the next chain, yarn over, pull through, and then hold it firmly, then yarn over, pull through both loops. Now keep repeating this all the way through until you have your 10 single crochets for every single chain stitch you made earlier, and I'll meet you at the end. And this is why I asked you not to make your chains too tight at the beginning, so you will be able to walk through easily as I am doing right now. So make sure your stitches are not too tight so you can walk through easily. Keep making your single crochets, and when you get to the end, I'll show you the next thing to do. Here is what my 10 single crochets are looking like, and you can go back to count your stitches to make sure you have 10. Now for row 2, you chain 1 and you turn your work. And now when you look at the top of the stitches, you'll see V shape, and that's for every single crochet there's a V, and that is where you'll be putting your hook. You insert your hook under the V, yarn over and pull up a loop, then hold your work in place with your thumb, then yarn over, pull up a loop, and you have made the first single crochet on your second row. To continue, look for the next V, insert your hook under it, yarn over, pull up a loop, hold in place, then yarn over and pull through both loops. Make sure you hold it in place. Now go ahead to repeat this for every single crochet under. You look for the V, you insert your hook under it and yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through both loops on your hook. Make sure you hold your work in place with your fingers as I am doing here, and when you finish this row, I'll meet you at the end to let you know what to do next. Now if I'm going too fast for you, make sure you slow the playback down, go back, take your time and get every single step as I am showing in this video. Now the last stitch is usually tricky to get, which is why you have to count your stitches. The last stitch also has a V. Make sure you catch the V with your hook, then you yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through both loops. Always make sure you put a stitch in the last stitch. And to go to row 3, we just repeat everything we've been doing. You chain 1, you turn your work, and you insert your hook in the very first stitch under the V. You insert your hook, you pull through, and you pull through both loops on your hook. Usually people treat that chain 1 as a stitch, but this is how I make mine. So most people chain 1 and skip the first stitch because the chain 1 will count as a single crochet. But I like to chain 1 and then make my single crochet in the very first stitch because this helps with my work. It keeps it straight and neat. So just keep working, keep making your single crochet down this row just as we've been doing, and when you have 10 single crochets, I'll meet you back right here. And at the end of the row, always look out for that last stitch. Make sure you look on top for the V, insert your hook under it, yarn over and pull through both loops. To make it easier, just mark it with a stitch marker. And this is what my third row looks like. And to continue, we chain 1, you turn your work and you make single crochets in every single stitch. Always hold your work in place with your fingers to make it easier for you. And when you get to the last stitch, always look for the V on top. Then you work your single crochet into the last stitch. And this is what our fourth row looks like. This is how yours too should look like. Very straight at the edge and flat. Just keep repeating this until you have completed your fifth row as I am doing here, and I will meet you at the end. Now to count your rows, all you have to do is look at your work, and when you see the small V on mine here is row 1. Let me bring it closer for you guys to see. The small V is row 1, where my hook is, that is row 1. Now row 2 is the one with the bumps at the back, because at the back of our stitch. Row 3 looks like row 1 with a small V. Row 4 also has bumps like row 2, and row 5 has V's like row 1, as you can see. So go ahead and count yours. Make sure you also have 5 rows as I have here, and continue making your work until you have 10 rows. So here I have completed my 10 rows of single crochet, and I'm just working it into the last stitch here, making sure I catch the V, yarn over and chain 1. And this is the final result. We have our 10 rows of single crochets. Once again, I am counting my rows just to be sure. You can go back and learn how to count your rows in this video. Just slow it down. And right here I have 10 rows of single crochet. That is it for today, guys. So I hope you gained a thing or two from this video and you were able to make it just like this. If you're not able to make it just as I've made mine, just make sure you loosen your stitches. Make sure your hands and your yarn, your hook, the way you hold your hook, the way you hold your yarn are very relaxed, and make sure it's not too tight when you are working to get something as flat as this. So thank you very much for watching this video. In the next video we'll be making double crochets, half double crochets, so and how to fasten up your work. So make sure you stick around for more. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.